Have you ever woken up with your heart racing after dreaming about fire, towering flames, houses burning, or a fire completely out of control? This type of dream often leaves an intense feeling that's almost impossible to ignore. Fire is not a neutral symbol. It transforms, consumes, purifies, and destroys at the same time. When it appears in dreams, it rarely shows up by chance. Dreaming of a fire reveals deep conflicts, repressed emotions, inevitable changes, and warnings from the unconscious that demand immediate attention. In this video, you will gain an in-depth understanding of the psychological and spiritual meaning of dreaming about fire, exploring every detail of this powerful symbol and what it is trying to communicate about your life, your emotions, and your current moment. The symbolism of fire in the unconscious fire is one of humanity's oldest symbols, and in the world of dreams, it represents vital energy, passion, transformation, and destruction. When the unconscious chooses a fire as the central image, it is dealing with something that has gone out of control or urgently needs to be transformed. Psychologically, fire appears when intense emotions such as anger, frustration, jealousy, or desire have been repressed for too long. These accumulated emotions find a way to express themselves through the dream. Spiritually, fire symbolizes purification and rebirth. A fire may indicate that something needs to be burned away to make room for the new. It is not only about loss, but about a necessary process for inner evolution. The unconscious uses extreme images when profound changes are underway. Dreaming of an out-of-control fire. When the fire in the dream is large, frightening, and impossible to contain, the meaning is usually linked to a sense of losing control in waking life. It may involve an emotional, financial, family, or professional issue that is growing beyond what you can manage. Psychologically, this dream points to heightened anxiety and fear that something is about to collapse. The person feels that their emotions are dominating their actions. Spiritually, this dream serves as a warning. Ignoring signs, feelings, and intuitions can lead to painful breakdowns. The out-of-control fire reveals that the unconscious has already perceived the danger, even if the conscious mind is still trying to deny it. Dreaming of a house on fire. In dreams, the house represents the dreamer themselves, their mind, body, and emotional life. When the house catches fire, the meaning is deep and personal. Psychologically, it indicates internal conflicts, identity crises, or intense emotional changes. Something within you is being questioned or destroyed in order to be rebuilt. Spiritually, dreaming of your own house in flames symbolizes a process of spiritual cleansing. Old patterns, limiting beliefs, and emotional wounds are being burned away. Despite the fear the dream may provoke, it can indicate liberation and rebirth if the dreamer is willing to face what needs to change. Dreaming of a fire and being unable to escape. This type of dream often generates panic and a feeling of suffocation. Psychologically, it reflects real-life situations in which the person feels trapped, with no way out or no choice. It may be related to toxic relationships, oppressive jobs, or responsibilities that feel overwhelming. Spiritually, the dream reveals an urgent call for change. The fire that prevents escape shows that the unconscious no longer accepts delays. It is a sign that staying where you are may cause deep emotional damage. This dream arises when the soul asks for the courage to break cycles. Dreaming of a fire caused by you. When, in the dream, you are the one who starts the fire, the meaning changes completely. Psychologically, this indicates impulsiveness, emotional outbursts, or actions taken in the heat of the moment that may lead to serious consequences. The unconscious shows that you may be acting driven by anger or a desire for symbolic destruction. Spiritually, starting a fire in a dream can represent an unconscious decision to provoke radical changes. You may be, without realizing it, sabotaging situations to force transformation. The dream calls for reflection. Is the change being made consciously or merely as an emotional reaction? Dreaming of a fire in unfamiliar places. When the fire occurs in a place you do not recognize, the dream points to unknown aspects of your own psyche. Psychologically, it indicates emotions, desires, or conflicts that have not yet been fully understood. The unconscious is bringing hidden content to the surface that needs to be acknowledged. Spiritually, this dream may symbolize past experiences, even spiritual memories or lessons from other phases of life that are returning to be resolved. Fire appears as an instrument of revelation, illuminating what was hidden. Dreaming of a fire with people in danger. Seeing other people trapped in a fire reveals empathy, guilt, or excessive concern for others. Psychologically, it may indicate that you are absorbing problems that are not yours, trying to save everyone around you while forgetting yourself. Spiritually, the dream shows the need for energetic balance. Helping others is noble, but not to the point of consuming yourself. A fire with people in danger can be a warning to set emotional boundaries and protect your own energy. Dreaming of a fire being extinguished. When the fire is controlled or put out in the dream, the meaning is more positive. Psychologically, it indicates conflict resolution, emotional maturity, and the ability to deal with difficult situations. The unconscious shows that you are finding healthier ways to express your emotions. Spiritually, extinguishing the fire symbolizes balance, spiritual protection, and learning. Something that could have caused destruction was transformed into experience. This dream suggests that you are on the right path to overcoming internal challenges. Dreaming of a fire without feeling fear. If, in the dream, the fire occurs, but you do not feel fear, this reveals acceptance of change. Psychologically, it indicates that you are prepared for deep transformations, even if they involve loss. Fire ceases to be a threat and becomes a tool for renewal. Spiritually, this dream is a sign of awakening. The soul recognizes that certain cycles need to end so others can begin. The absence of fear shows emotional and spiritual maturity. The fire is the dream's final message. Dreaming of a fire is never superficial. It appears as a call from the unconscious to face what is burning inside. Whether it is anger, passion, fear, a desire for change, or a need for liberation, fire reveals truths that can no longer be ignored. Psychologically, it shows intense emotions asking for conscious expression. Spiritually, it points to processes of purification, the closing of cycles, and rebirth. By understanding this dream, you gain the opportunity to transform destruction into growth and chaos into clarity. The fire in the dream does not come to destroy you, but to reveal who you need to become. If you're curious to learn more about dream interpretations, leave a like, subscribe to our channel, and activate notifications so you'll be alerted whenever there are new videos here. A big hug, and I'll see you in the next dream.